Now we are starting the most important part of our course, the modulation part. We are starting with analog modulation, and as a first modulation we are going to talk about AM or amplitude modulation. In amplitude modulation or AM, the carrier signal has its amplitude modulated in proportional to message bearing low frequency or data signal. So we are going to see what is happening in AM modulation. So we said we always have a carrier, and imagine that this is our carrier. So it's AC cosine omega c t plus phi c. This is the initial phase, it's constant, and the amplitude is constant. So this amplitude is constant for the carrier. How we modulate this? We say the amplitude modulated in proportional to the message bearing signal. It means that we have to change the amplitude of this signal, and this change should be proportional to message bearing. So it should follow the behavior and the variation of the message signal. So it's very simple. We can multiply them. So now, as you see, we can multiply the signal by the carrier. And what is XM here is nothing but our message. So here, for example, I'm showing it as cosine omega mt plus phi m, but it doesn't mean that we always have a cosine. It can be a random signal. For example, when we have an audio signal, as you see in this picture, it's not necessarily cosine. It has different kind of frequencies inside it. But this is only one tone input. It means that it only has a one frequency, which is omega m, or we can call it 2p fm. So in order to make it simpler, I'm going to show this example. So xm here is cosine omega mt, and we are actually multiplying this by AC, but we also have we assume that we have a DC value here, and also we have M, which is the modulation index. If we increase this M, it means that we are actually increasing the amplitude variations, because it means that if we have a high index, this message is going to affect the amplitude much more than the lower M. So now if we make this time we have made the signal, and the amplitude of this new signal is changing according or be proportional to the message signal. So this is the new amplitude, and this amplitude is not constant anymore. So we have made the AM signal. So as you see here in this picture, it's very simple. If let's say we have a microphone and it's recording the voice, and this is the audio signal. So this is actually our data, or we can call it the baseband. We can show it with BB, the baseband, and this signal has low frequency. So this is low frequency. I'm showing with F. At the other part, we have oscillator, which has high frequency, and this is our carrier. So this is the carrier. So what we should do, it's very simple. We use mixer to multiply these two signals. So at the output, we are going to have the radio frequency AM signal, which has high frequency. We can also show the behavior of amplitude modulation in this picture. So we have an information signal, as you see here, and this has a low frequency. So we say this is low F. As you see, the variation is low. But at the other side, we have the carrier signal, which has higher frequency, and this is a cosine wave. So we can multiply this, and we are going to have the AM signal at the output. And actually, we can find our information signal inside this AM signal. It shows us actually. If you see the peaks here, we have a peaks here, and if you follow and connect the peaks together, at the end we are going to have the actually the same wave as our information signal. And this is one of the features of the amplitude modulation. And as we talked before, we can use a mixer. So here we have our data, and we have our oscillator or a carrier here, which is producing us a cosine wave, so we can multiply them and have an AM modulated signal. And here is a very good example, because up to now we have been talking about the time domain, but we have to also see the frequency domain, because it's very important. We have to see the band. We want to. Thank you for watching our video. Please don't forget to subscribe. You can learn about this topic and more using our website. The complete course on this topic is provided on our website at www.rahsoft.com. Rahsoft is providing a complete certificate on radio frequency. The courses are complete step-by-step approach with quiz and examples, and certificate of completion will be provided upon finishing each course. By taking the required courses in RF system and IC design with pass status, Rahsoft would provide the Rahsoft radio frequency certificate. Thank you. See you soon.